It's Jenny Matthews, and I know as a mom, the safety of my kids is absolutely number one in all aspects, but especially with car seats. And I know as a mom, especially when I was a new mom, there's so many questions. There are so many things to know about car seats and safety. And now that my kiddos are a little bigger, we're talking booster seats. So I have questions, maybe you do too, so we're hoping to get some answers today. We've partnered with Kdot, and would you please introduce yourself, sir?
Deputy Rick Barthel with Johnson County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you so much for joining us for the video today. I feel like we've got the pro here to show us how to install booster seats, how to make sure our kiddos are safe. Let's see if my kids cooperate. Let's go inside the car.
Things to consider and remember about booster seats is they're basically a positioning device to get the child up into proper position to use the seatbelt that's actually in the vehicle. So you're going to want to make sure that the child's sitting with his back against the wall, his or her back against the back of the seat, bottom, flat. And then you're going to want to take the seatbelt and run it through. Most of them, like this one says, it says belt here, and most of them will have something on the side showing proper seat placement and belt placement. It says belt here. You're going to make sure that the belt is not twisted when you apply it. Seats are going to have a section or area where the shoulder belt is going to go. This one has it underneath and kind of goes back in there like so. What that does is that gets it proper placement on the child's shoulder. We don't want it up on the child's neck. If that's the case, then the child's probably not big enough to be in a booster seat. Probably need to keep them in the regular car seat with a harness. And we want the lap belt, as you can see here, going across the lap and not up at the belly, because there's internal organs and stuff in there that if you get in a forward facing crash, could be detrimental. And then that's about it. Make sure you teach your children not to unbuckle themselves, because that's one of the biggest fears and biggest problems.
Buckles herself.
So, unbuckle. We don't want to unbuckle. So we don't want the child unbuckling themselves, obviously. So teach them however way you can by giving treats or anything like that. So.
Okay, so I feel confident knowing how to install the booster seat and make sure that the kiddo is buckled up properly. My question is, and I hope that I did the right thing, how do you know when to move from the car seat to the booster seat? Is it based on weight? Is it based on age, height? What is the deal with that?
The standards of the Kansas traffic, the whole thing, but they tell you to make sure you have the child in the regular car seat with a harness up until either they're way too much for the seat or too tall for the seat.
Okay, so he outgrew it in weight, so we did the right thing there. Thank goodness. And my next question is, when can kiddos get out of the booster seat altogether?
There's a couple different things. There's a couple different standards there. When they get to be 4'9" or 80 pounds is normally the normal standard. But the important thing is that when the child gets out of the booster seat and sits in a regular seat, just as long as their back is against the back of the seat, that their legs bend comfortably over the seat there, and that's when you know it's okay, and that the seatbelt is also in proper placement. Like we talked earlier, the booster seat is basically just to boost them up into an area where the seatbelt is in proper placement.
That's really what it's needed.
Absolutely. And so, so once they're able to have their legs bent over the seat comfortably, and then and the seatbelt is aligned properly over the lap and the shoulder.
And I know it's going to be years for them. My kids are still pretty little. They beg to sit in the front seat. When is that safe?
What the standards say is that about up until 12 years old they need to be in the back seat. Once they turn 13, they say it's okay to be in the front seat. My son just turned 13 August 15th, and he just now got in the front seat.
Wow.
And even then, I have him scoot the seat all the way back, because the fear there is the airbag. That's why we
got to keep them safe. Safety number one. That's the whole reason behind the car seats, the boosters, all of it. So thank you so much. Super informative, and we really want to thank Kdot for all of this great information.